Ivan Ooze. Okay. The ooze is. Oh crap! You.
Hello and welcome to Geeks Around discusses Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We came in basically with Charles talking about the ooze, and we basically, just to explain, we got to that particular conversation because we were talking about lesbians and Pornhub earlier, and so that's where we got into Charles' ooze, and it just went worse from there.
Bodily function.
In all seriousness, I was talking about Ivan Ooze from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie that came out back in the 90s because of the announcement that they're going to be doing a new Power Rangers reboot movie, which I am excited for. But anywho, to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'm your host, Matt Moore. Hello.
Hey.
I can make my mouth move in a way that doesn't match my voice.
Yes, because that's slow internet.
Yeah. And next to me we have Isaiah Mullins. How you doing, Isaiah?
I'm great. I am the king of bad internet connection.
Your internet connection has actually been much better the past week.
Well,
did you take my advice and like run it off your phone or some crap?
No, it's a strange thing. This has just been happening nicely for some odd reason. Let's not let's not jinx it. Okay, let's just keep it hush hush.
Okay.
No, and also, to be honest, the king of a terrible internet connection would be somebody who's still using 56K.
Oh damn. or dial up.
Well, that's what dial-up is, 56K.
Oh damn. That's AT&T.
So next to Isaiah is the king of 56K himself, Charles Whedon. How you doing, Charles?
If I had 56K internet, I wouldn't even be able to be here. It'd be so slow, I wouldn't be able to do this hangout. So, yeah.
I know.
I'm doing great. I think I'm doing great. The episode was awesome.
It was.
It did spike some speculation from what I remembered, but I forgot what the speculation was. So over the course of the hangout, I will try to remember it so I can have it ready for wild speculation.
Perfect. And next to Charles is the very boisterous. He's been interrupting us this entire time because that's what he does. Andy Babak.
No,
I want to be the Red Power Ranger.
You want to be the Red Power Ranger?
Nobody wants to be the Red Power Ranger. Everybody wants to be the green or the white one.
No, screw that.
It's the red. It's actually the red.
No. When I was a kid, I wanted to be the green Power Ranger. I wanted to be the green one.
Are you fucking
No, I always wanted to be the blue.
I want to be the red one. I want to be the red one.
Yeah, I was always a geek. I wanted to be the blue one.
Anyway, guys, I'm doing great. I'm excited to talk about this episode.
You know what? I could be the pink one.
No, that's mine.
I never make it out of the house to fight the bad guys, but yeah.
I'm sorry, pink is not your color.
It's not my color.
I'm sure Matt can work it. He can make it work.
I've worked a lot of before.
I know how to dance.
And what would you do when your colonel shows up at your doors and you're like, soldier, what are you doing?
You mean the putties?
Well, it's Power Rangers. It's not. I don't answer to a colonel.
But weren't you in the army?
I was in the Marine Corps, but this is a fantasy world in which I'm a Power Ranger. I'm not going to be both in the Power Rangers and the Marine Corps.
That's too much work.
Same shit.
Yeah, that's way too much work.
Sort of same shit. Anyway, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I was going to say, and this is the kind of conversations you can expect throughout the entire episode, is the main focus is Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but every once in a while this kind of conversation happens. But we'll try and keep on topic. So in this particular episode, of course, we start out, I think it's 15 years in the past.
Yeah, flashbacks. Well, it was Ward in the juvie due to incident with his family and his folks and everything else, and Garrett sees them.
Yeah, basically we find out that Ward was in the military academy. He ended up getting in trouble, though I'm forgetting what he did.
He burned down his house. He burnt down the house. He tried to kill.
He was at a military.
That's right.
He was at a military academy. He left the base, went AWOL, drove 300, 400 miles to his house, and set his house on fire. And Well, they didn't get to that point yet because then Garrett had asked Ward, tell me, when you burned the house down, did you know if your brother was in there? And Ward flat out said no, even though how he said no, complete bullshit. He knew he was in that house.
Also, really quickly, I had some issue with this flashback. It was not against the episode itself, but I'll explain that later on.
All right, what issue did you have with this specific flashback then?
Well, with this flashback, I wish it was a little bit longer because I hate how it keep breaking up multiple scenes. Like we get this flashback for a brief second, then it's the present day. I didn't like it that much because you have to focus on Coulson's team, then we get the flashbacks. It was just a little bit messy at best. I don't even understand or actually keep up with the flashback.
Okay. And then, of course, basically, Garrett offers him, basically gives him a choice, gives him like 10 seconds to choose between being arrested, prosecuted, and thrown in jail for the rest of his life by his own brother, or joining a secret organization. Or joining a secret organization. That is going to be hard but fun, was, I think, his description of it.
Right, it's like, okay, let me join your side.
Game on, man. Game on. He should have said that.
Well, as soon as Garrett had said that he was working for a secret organization, I got to admit, at first I suspected he was talking about Hydra, that he was going to be recruiting Ward for Hydra right out of juvie. But then later on in the episode, we find out that's not the case.
Right.
Yeah.
It gets very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yes.
Now, normally from this point, we end up jumping to the next part of the story, the thing that happens in the episode next. But just so we're not jumping back and forth like Isaiah had a problem with the episode in the first place, let's talk about all of Ward's backstory. And then we'll get to the main story.
I love that dog.
I did. I love it a lot. I love the dog.
That dog was awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to cuddle with it.
Who doesn't want to cuddle with a dog, man? Come on.
Shut up.
He was the best actor in the whole show. The dog was the best actor.
Yes. And just how that dog looked up at Ward, just didn't whine, didn't whimper, didn't even bark, just looked at him.
He's like Old Yeller.
I don't know. It's just it wasn't Old Yeller. It's just I kind of liked how that dog was just looking at him. It was just cute. Because my dog, Sophie, looks at me the same way when I look at her.
Because she wants food. That's why.
Yeah.
No, she's like, no, I want to be on your Big Brother's TV show.
So yeah, basically Garrett brings Ward out to the middle of the forest. They go hunting, and apparently Garrett kills a couple ducks. Ward does not. And Garrett goes, oh, well, guess what? Have fun.
Right, that's what you know.
He's like, game over, man, game over. Go eat your food.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, you don't have any.
Right, you do that. Fuck you, kid. See ya.
Yeah, and that's just it. Is he had I think he had a small moment of weakness, or it was in the plan, but and he just made it seem like a small moment of weakness, and he left the freaking dog.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, he didn't have to do that, but it's possible that he left the dog because he didn't want Ward to go crazy, which was a distinct possibility if he didn't have something to talk to.
Right, because you will go insane if you have no one else, no physical human contact or any type of contact with anything out there. So you will go insane.
The case study, the movie Castaway.
Right, Castaway is a good one. Or Cabin Fever.
I'm just so glad that they didn't kill him.
Okay, that little topic about cabin fever, yeah, that kind of made me think of an old, like, Muppet Treasure Island, where they did that whole song number on the boat, where they start singing Cabin Fever, and everybody goes crazy.
Yo, I've never seen any of the Muppet movies.
Come on,
the Muppet movies are fucking classic, man.
I'm assuming that Andy is being sarcastic, at least I hope he's sarcastic.
I've seen like 2 of them. I saw the one with Amy Adams.
That's not the Muppet movies I'm referring to. I'm talking about the Muppet movies that came out in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, Treasure Island. You never seen it?
Muppet Treasure Island. All right, yeah. We need to get back on top. Yeah,
I got some.
He's just like Charles, who doesn't know Wally West. You don't know who the Muppets Treasure Chest. That's. Oh God.
Really? We're still on that?
Yes.
So there we were. Basically, Garrett
block
shows
me?
back up. No, wait. We have a scene in which Ward is in the rain, and the dog is still being loyal. The dog is still hanging out with Ward, despite the fact that the dog could probably find shelter pretty easily and leave Ward out on his own.
But you know
Right.
why he did that? Matt, do you know why he did that? Because he was like, you know, when you get older, you get so fucking hot that I'm definitely gonna stay with you.
Okay.
Why? That came
What?
out of nowhere.
I
I knew Andy would say something like that.
Andy, I don't entirely understand that statement. Please
He's
elaborate.
saying that the dog had hots for what Ward would
He had a
how
human
hot
crush, that's
Ward
what
would be
happened.
when he got older.
Okay. So that is bestiality. Okay, yeah,
No,
no.
not for him. It's just a dog. It's a human crush.
Oh, what the hell? Reverse bestiality or something? I don't know.
Exactly.
All these hard words, Charles, stop it.
So, and then of course we follow up with Garrett finally coming back, and Ward doing quite well for himself.
He's kind of pissed off.
How did you learn to survive? Oh, I just expanded my thinking, and basically he became a thief.
Yeah.
And the first thing he stole, at least I'm guessing, one of the first things he stole was a freaking shotgun.
Right. Like, how
And
do you
let's
steal a
be
shotgun?
honest,
gun?
that's one of the first things I would steal as well.
Right. It must have been like, how hard was it to steal a
And
shotgun?
we did not mention that Garrett had initially said that he was only going to be gone for a few months, meaning that it would have been about 3 months at the most. He ended up being gone for over 6 months.
Close
Yeah.
to a year.
Yeah.
And thanks for nothing, asshole.
Yeah,
Seriously?
and
Seriously?
Garrett's only excuse to that whole thing was that, I was on assignment. Yeah.
Bullshit. I don't buy it.
I'll be honest, if I were Ward, I would have, like, the first time I realized I can steal from cabins, I would have gone to a cabin, gone, hey, look, there is a shotgun. Oh, hey, look, there are some people actually coming to visit cabins. Hey, look, there's a car. Hey, look, there's a movie theater in a hotel room. Hey, look, I'm chilling in a hotel room and I'm watching movies every couple days. Like,
So he
that would have been... I would
been
have
cool.
been like, oh, look there, there's a grocery store. Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck that shit. I would have been like, oh, fuck, my 2 months is up. I got to go back in the woods and pretend I've been there the entire time. Shit.
Right, I gotta buy some stuff to make sure I was there. Like, okay, I want that tent, I want that firewood. Thank you.
I gotta bring a bunch of fucking canned goods with me this time.
If iPad and Netflix had existed at that time, he could have just went and stole an iPad and, you know, just sat outside the best Wi-Fi connection ever and just go through the entire library.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, yeah, this is so dangerous. I'm still having a hard time. Oh, what's on Netflix? Oh, Orange is the New Black. Yay!
I can watch the entire thing of Chuck.
I can watch Arrow, but why would I want to watch a awful movie or a show? Let's watch something better. Oh, The Avengers. Yay!
Hey, that mute was entirely unnecessary.
You don't talk shit about Arrow.
Fuck
He
Arrow.
wasn't talking shit about Arrow. He was saying that was a show that Ward would end up watching.
I thought he said he was okay. Muting myself.
In any case, but yeah, I totally would not stay in the woods for 2 months straight. Not if I had to.
Right.
Seriously, at some point, Ward saw a car. Let's
Yeah,
face it.
yeah, he saw all that camping too. So yeah, he saw all of that. Like, dude, why don't you just like go to a better place? If you stole all that shit, why don't you just go like, hey, look, like Matt said, there's a hotel over there. I'm gonna stay there for a couple more weeks.
I think he wanted to prove something to Garrett.
Like what? He didn't die?
No,
Whoa.
he can survive.
I
Well,
know
it's just if you go out into the woods, because you have to and all that kind of stuff. Like you said, like stay out in the woods and like try to toughen up and all that kind of stuff. They're gonna if they don't feel like they have something to prove, they're probably gonna go looking for another place to go. Like Matt said, oh look, a hotel room. Oh look, a grocery store. Hey look, a movie theater. That kind of thing.
Right.
And at the very least, let's say they got to the cabin and he didn't see a car. You know what he does see? A cabin.
Right. An empty fucking cabin.
Which a lot of people only go to those cabins during certain seasons, usually winter.
So it's once in a blue moon, really.
They usually only go there like once or twice a year. That's it. So
Yeah, you still in good shape. Like, This is so awesome.
So
This cabin.
he would have had the cabin to himself for who knows how long.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I would have absolutely positively been underneath a roof that entire time.
Yeah. Remember the fucking clubhouse? See. Wait, that's a clubhouse with all these trees. Oh, right. Clubhouse time.
But let's see. All right, so to get past there, what else happened? That is when Garrett basically invites him to join Hydra. He's all like, remember when I said that I worked for a secret organization? It's actually a secret organization within a secret organization.
That was cool.
Inception.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. So like, so what are we gonna be? So what next? Are we gonna go into a secret organization within a secret organization within another secret organization?
Inceptionized.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's been secret
Really?
organizationception or something. I don't know.
Really,
He's
no
a
one
double
can do
agent.
this cool.
He's just a double agent. That's all he is. Just a double
Would
agent.
that be organization?
A secret organization. Yeah, that works.
Orgasm. Is organ.
Oh, he's an
Organization. Organization works better. Yeah.
I've seen
guess it
too many
works.
apps tonight. I've seen too many apps tonight, Matt. That's why I'm, learning.
Let me see.
That
Did
was,
we
by the way, some
have-
good
oh,
makeup
oh.
on.
Sorry, what's that?
That was some good makeup on Bill Paxton. He looks, I would hit that. 10, 15 years ago.
The makeup that they used in order to make Garrett look younger was pretty damn good, actually. It was very
You just said
believable.
it in Andy speak.
Yeah. You said Andy speak. So, yeah.
He said exactly that. He just said it in the Andy way.
Yeah.
What's the anyway?
Yes.
Oh, Charles.
That's the Andy way. What?
What's the anyway? Is it like, oh my god, I would hit that, I would suck that?
Yes.
I never
exactly.
said that.
No, that's Andy way, not your way. We're making fun of Andy now. Stop being.
Right. Something. Shut up, Charles. Jeez. What do you do? You're always a punching bag.
Well, you know what? If you're making fun of Andy, give me 1 second. I gotta go get my popcorn.
Okay. But first, of course, then basically Garrett says, okay, it's time to go. You just got accepted to S.H.I.E.L.D., and you're going to be an inside man for Hydra. But first, kill the dog.
Yeah.
I made
That was,
notes. Like,
and I was like, no, you ain't killing the dog.
that was so
I probably would have, I probably would have shot Garrett at that point.
yeah, I kind of
I've
would
been
too.
like, between you and the dog has helped me for the past 6 months. You ain't done
Right, he's
shit.
more loyal. He's actually cool. You're just a piece of shit. Who said you
Yeah,
can't trust him?
You're gonna go on and do Alien.
Right. Can't just get a dog a nice home? I mean, shit, I don't have to kill it.
But when
He's
his
gonna be that guy from Aliens going like, "Game over, man."
So
Thought that was
aliens.
someone else. I'm pretty sure that was someone else.
Oh,
That
it
was
wasn't
the
Bill
same one.
Paxton?
No,
No,
that
that
was the
was
same guy.
that was Bill Paxton who said that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been so long since I saw it. I thought it was someone else.
No,
I don't know.
no.
He just, I like in his mind, he looks different. But
Yeah.
he
like I said, it's been a very long time since I've seen that movie.
He was younger and he was different Bill Paxton. But see that when they cut to the shot when they're zooming into the dog, I'm like, no, this is
No.
too much. I hate that my mother has allergies against dogs. Now I want a dog more than ever. You know what's sad? Because he's probably dead by now. No, he's actually clairvoyant.
What?
He's actually clairvoyant.
You think the dog is the clairvoyant?
Fuck yeah. I'm so serious because that's the end way of saying it.
It's Loki in disguise.
Now we move on to the actual main characters in the present.
Oh.
The agents of something,
Nobody.
but it's not S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore.
Secret
Hey,
Shield?
Coulson said it's S.H.I.E.L.D. You need to listen to Director Coulson.
Oh,
Yeah, but
okay.
he's crazy though. He's just fucking crazy.
It's like Marvel Agents of CD Motel.
Right.
Basically,
Or Hotel 6. Because they stayed for the hotel a very long time.
But yeah, they basically they try and figure out ways to take out Garrett. They end up. Let me see. They figure out that everything ends up leading back to cybertech.
Yes.
I want to mention for probably the first, or well, I guess second of many times, the name of the company is Cybertech. Right,
Yes.
we'll get back there.
It's from the comics.
Yep.
Well, that's just it. Is so they decide that they need to basically upload a virus. Oh, wait, that's right. It was
Still a hard copy.
the drive itself basically had a virus, but it was not a complete virus. She has the rest of the virus, which apparently she made afterwards. And she basically has to get those two pieces together, and that will end up, I guess, wiping the drive or something.
Yeah, that made no clear sense, really.
Did anyone get that clearer than I did?
Kinda. It was very confusing to what she actually meant. Like, you make no sense, Sky. You're confusing me.
She was hacking shit, okay? Just
say that.
leave it at
Yeah.
that.
Oh, before we actually move on to there, we actually had Agent Triplet. He was actually a big help for today. Well, in that episode.
He's
He was
been
very,
helpful
very
for the past 6 weeks.
I know, right? He's more better than Ward. Like, yeah, he's 10 times better than Ward. He has all this cool.
Well, I seem to remember that you went all anti-Bob Stuckey on Triplet.
Exactly,
You know it.
bitch.
He proved me wrong. That was a good thing. But Charles, you never.
Well,
proved me
so
wrong.
did
You
Bob
always prove to
Stuckey.
be
In
Charles.
Walking Dead, so did Bob Stuckey prove you wrong.
Hey, you never know. You never know. You never.
We know! You don't know, but the rest of us do, because the rest of us pay attention to the story.
Yes.
But still, you never know. It could be a big old illusion. And then,
According to Isaiah, Bob Stuckey is the bad guy in Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Basically,
exactly.
Who the fuck is Bob Stuckey?
Just like
Bob
Batman has
Stuckey-
superpower,
Bob
it's all true.
Stuckey is basically one of the rare black people on the television Walking Dead. And Isaiah, he was basically, this was when there were still only a couple black people. Isaiah decided, you know what, he's the bad guy. Even though
Exactly.
Bob Stuckey did nothing except show that he had a weakness for alcohol.
I
That
didn't
was the
trust
only thing he did that could be considered in any way immoral. And Isaiah was all like, nope, he's a bad guy. It's
Exactly.
like, are you kidding me?
Bob Stuckey was an idiot, but he wasn't a bad
I
guy.
don't trust him. I don't trust new black people. I don't trust
Bad
him.
came the shield.
Triplet breaks out his grandfather's Howling Commando gear.
Oh, that was
Yes,
so awesome.
I totally geeked out at that moment.
I mean,
I'm like, cool, fuck yeah.
That's
boner.
that's one of the best scenes of the whole season, seeing Coulson in turn synchronize with Triplet and just geek out over those stuff.
That was so awesome. I love
And that's
that.
just it.
Yes.
That's one of Coulson's like hobbies. That's one of his things is old spy gear.
Right.
So yeah, it was kind of cool because he's like, oh my goodness, like
It makes you think too. Why was he a part of the team beforehand instead of Ward? Like, that's kind of weird.
Because at the beginning of the show they had a concept of 76 characters, and then they thought, okay, maybe one of our characters isn't working well, so they decided to create a new character. Bitch. You just got amplified.
Isaiah will find
Wow.
anything to complain about and complain about it, even though it makes no sense to complain about.
Hi, my name is
Exactly,
Isaiah.
that's how I work. That's how I work.
I text during recording, and I thought Triplet was bad in the beginning. Now I'm all Team Triplet, even though I thought he was a bad guy. Ooh,
Yeah, you never know. Hey, like I said,
So-
he's a good guy in my book. It's like Batman has superpowers.
Isaiah, you need to change the actual like name of your show to Isaiah bitches about everything.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I feel like that.
Isaiah is an idiot because he thinks that Batman is a superhero.
He is a superhero, thank you. Thank you,
He
Charles.
is not a superhero. He's a crime fighter.
Oh, you serious, dude? You actually gonna play that?
So, Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's
Yeah.
when they break out the cigarette that is actually a laser, and that's
turn
when
it on
Fitz
fire.
ends up catching the drapes on fire.
Yep.
I have a notion to make here about Howling Commandos. Wouldn't you guys be excited to see, maybe them form like a Howling Commandos, either like as a subplot in that Marvel movie, or maybe perhaps for this TV show? Because seriously, guys, like I could see Triple actually lead new Howling Commandos.
I can see that too.
Again,
I think we're going to see the Howling Commandos in a TV show. I think we're going to see it, and it's going to be Agent Carter.
yeah, possibly
Yeah.
Agent Carter. Yeah.
I can see that most definitely.
But
So
I-
we're going to see the
all I
old
hope-
Howling Commandos.
All I hope is that they bring back Dum Dum Dugan.
They
Oh my
will.
God.
He's part of the Highway Commandos, dude.
Yeah.
yeah, but remember that maybe the actor isn't available. That's what
Well, no,
Charles
I want that actor, Neil McDough or whatever his
Oh.
name is. Yeah,
seriously, and
I want him to come back.
seriously, I want to do nasty things with that mustache and that body.
Okay. We will
And
now.
there we go again. Andy, settle down.
Okay, so at least we're talking something vaguely Marvel of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So continue on. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I think it would be cool to have Howling Commandos in the present as well. Like you could have like, when Agent Carter gets picked up, you do Howling Commandos here in the past, and then you kind of parallel it with the one in the present.
I think that would be cool, especially if someone in the Howling Commandos was in both. Like somehow he doesn't age, and so he's maybe he's a private in one, and he's just slightly older and running it in the.
Dum Dum
future.
Dugan doesn't age. He's just like Nick Fury. He doesn't really age that much often.
I
Because
think
he has
that would be awesome.
Yeah, he has the Infinity Formula, Dum Dugan, just like Fury. But you know what they could do? That depends on if that Revenge show gets cancelled.
Please.
Because
It was canceled?
no. It depends on if whenever it ends. But
Oh,
if
I hope
it
it
ends,
ends.
they could cast Emily Camp, for Shield, and make her Agent 13, as like one of the leaders of Howling Commandos, because Peggy Carter, I think she's gonna have some sort of relationship with Howling Commandos in that TV show.
So I do apologize. I got excited for that because of the fact that that's one of the shows that Deanna watches, and I don't understand it one bit why he
I don't
watches
either.
Revenge.
It's about
So
white
when
people.
you said canceled, I was gonna be happy.
Yeah,
I
same
thought
here.
you
I'm
would
gonna
be
be super happy. Like,
I
yay,
thought,
canceled.
I thought you would be happy because Emily Camp would then be available.
No, it's like when
No.
it's like when your friend who like can date any girl at the bar ends up with the unattractive girl. You're just like, you know what? Let's get you away from her and let's get you to a more attractive female.
Right. Like,
I am a total
no.
pig. I apologize for any of our female viewers. It works the other way though because females do that for their friends as well. So don't get mad.
Anyway.
But that's why I feel about Revenge is he's watching this
I don't
show and
like
it's just
Revenge.
like, why when you can be watching so much better shows?
yes.
Now let me ask you,
Marvel, that's it.
which was your favorite spy equipment in that kit?
Oh, that's just it. Is I don't think we've even scratched the surface of
Ooh,
that. We
that's
ended
a-
up having a hypno ray, which we didn't see in action. We
Right.
had a cigarette lighter laser. We had an
Yeah,
EMP
buzzer.
joy closet.
Right.
And what else? Did I miss anything?
There was something about a gun.
Oh my god.
I just remember the other agents holding something, but the EMP was my favorite because of what Fitz did.
Yeah, this was so badass.
That's just it. Is I think the cigarette laser thingy. I don't think that would really work in this day and age because
Right.
so few people smoke as compared to back then. Like
Right, most people
everyone
are so
smoked
old.
in World War II.
Yeah,
Everyone.
e-cigarettes.
So I don't know. I don't know if it would fit in as well. Oh, that's right. And we also had the homing quarters. The quarters that are basically GPS devices.
Right.
And you also had the computer that scanned for basically a wavelength that no one uses. The one that Sky was using. Now is also from the Howling Commandos kit. But yeah, my question is the Howling Commandos were basically an elite fighting force, right? Were they spies? I mean, did they end up like sneaking people? Why would they have
Isaiah, we don't know that. Isaiah, we don't know. Remember.
No, it wasn't. We saw Captain America, First Avengers. It was not spies.
Why would they have spy kit shit? Why would they have to have weapons that did not look like weapons?
Perhaps that would be the origin of Agent Carter.
Maybe. You never know.
Isaiah, stop saying that.
You know you like it, Andy. You know you like it, Andy. So does Charles. You know you like it.
Are we blue marked on Charles for some reason?
No. As a matter of fact, I think Charles is actually frozen.
He's frozen?
Oh, there he is.
No,
are you even paying attention, Charles?
Yes.
No.
Are you smoking your last name?
I'm not really going to dignify that with a response.
That means yes.
So,
anyway,
Charles is not going to deny his weed smoking.
Or his cocaine.
So, Matt, what happened to Coulson in this episode?
Does my name say cocaine, Din?
You never know. It could be your middle name. You never know.
Actually, Isaiah, I'm pretty sure he does know what his middle name is.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think he does know, actually.
Yes,
you
don't need to know what my middle name is.
Okay then, so it's gonna be Runny Nose / Cocaine Nose. That's your last name.
Okay, so they end up breaking into Cybertech with these cool, neat little toys, and then come to find out that Cybertech, a company by the name of Cybertech, does not have any Cybertech.
Or computers.
No. Everything they do, all the files they have, none of them are digital. They're all hard copies, as in paper.
Which is like, are you serious?
Lots and lots of paper.
Which is so stupid too, in my book.
It would be like running a security company out of a cardboard box. Like, it's not secure.
This made sense to me, like, because they probably knew that this is research that people.
I'm with it. I still thought it was funny. I'm agreeing with you, Andy.
Yeah, but I wanted to finish because.
Go
ahead.
I don't get to sound smart very often.
Go.
Yeah. So because they know there's so many hackers out there, maybe they thought that if we make it just as paper copies and so on, we just get type security. We were able to protect it. Now I'm done.
As the saying goes, sometimes old tech is better than new tech because old tech is no longer used. And so people who are so used to using new tech are not prepared to deal with old tech. They're not.
The name of the place, and this is why I mentioned it earlier, is cyber, as in, internet, tech, as in technology.
This is just like Terminator 3. It's just that. When John Connor saw the base and how he can stop the machine, it wasn't that. It never was. It was just a compound.
But you never know anything. I said you never know.
I knew because I watched the movie. I watched the movie because I know and you don't know. Oh, yes, the reversal. Oh,
it's going like, you got burned.
Did I say just go Chris Tucker style on me?
All right, Andy. We are now the only two people who are in the broadcast.
Okay.
Only because you're slightly less annoying than the other two.
But
you
no,
guys are on timeout for at least another 15 seconds. Let's see. What else? Basically how they end up finding those files is that Coulson and May actually pretend to be scientists, which is actually pretty funny, and they're basically relaying the words of Fitz and Simmons to the people interviewing them, and the people interviewing them basically just go, "Yeah, we've got that technology. Try again."
And also, Maria May, she was hot. Like, damn, she was very hot.
Sorry.
I don't
Who's
say her
hot?
name right.
Melinda
Who's
May
hot?
was Melinda. He was saying that Melinda May was hot, with looking like
Fucking
a
name
dick,
is Linda.
looking like a
Bitches,
dude.
she's always hot. She's always hot.
Yes, she
I know,
is.
but man, she was super hot. It was this time around. She had glasses and her hair was pulled
They
back.
were basically
Wow.
cosplaying as Fitzsimmons.
Oh, I could
Although
care less. I was like,
during that scene, I absolutely loved how Fitz and Simmons were coaching them in what to say, and as soon
and
as
their
they said,
age.
as soon as they said that they had that ICER technology, Fitz just flat out said, "But this is an ICER," and then you see Coulson saying the exact same thing. It's just, it's
Yeah.
funny.
Right.
They
And
really did do a good imitation of Vincent Simmons.
Right. And
Like,
then Fitz seemed to talk about Melinda's age as well, which is also funny. Like, wow, how about her age?
I'm sorry, that woman doesn't know how to age.
yeah,
Exactly.
she doesn't.
She could be
does not.
70 years old, but she looks like a beautiful 40-year-old. Like, no, a beautiful 30, mid-30s.
I'd say
Thank
she's 20.
God.
I'd say she's 20. I don't
And,
care.
and
No,
I'm telling you, did that Fox 11 hangout with her that one time. She looks even more beautiful in real life.
Stop bragging, I want to talk to her too.
Lord have mercy.
Matt, I will give you $20 if you tell me who her publicist is.
Who, what?
Her publicist, or her agent is.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that later. I might be able to do that.
Yeah, no, but I like I like that they work together because we've always heard from the show that we know each other for years and so on. But once we actually get to see them work together, and I felt that was fun, especially since Colton kind of got pissed at her 6 episodes ago.
Right.
Yeah, and that was another thing is that when they end up getting caught later, or was it later or was it earlier? I don't know. But
Later.
Melinda May ended up basically knocking the guy out, and Coulson's all like, "Hey, yeah, did I tell you how happy I am to have you back?" I guess it was later because it was underneath the barber shop, I think.
No. That was he actually said that when it was in the hallway when she was doing the whole cartwheel thing, and she stopped him, kicked the phone out of his hand, then basically Roadhouse kicked him in the face, and got the phone, hung it back up. Then Coulson walked up to her and said, I don't say this enough, but I am happy that you're back. And then they sort of do an understanding nod towards each other, and then they just walk away and
That's
do
a
whatever.
Cyberdyne. Yeah, that's a Cyberdyne.
Cybertech.
Cyberdyne. These both sound the same.
Well, no, it's just that it happened at Cybertech. What you were referring to, Matt, happened at Cybertech.
That's right, and it happened just slightly after it. I just remembered that she was still in costume when she did it, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And they got horror files of Deathblock, which is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Let me see. What else?
Well, this led to the Deathlock, mythology basically of the show.
Oh yeah, and that's right. They end up finding the files on Deathlock, and that's when they did probably the best line in the entire show. Get ready for a large file transfer.
Yes.
How large? Crash. Boom.
Oh, okay, let's start talking to you. And where's the police too?
Yes, that was awesome. That was just so cool. It was like seconds. I just said, "Yeah, prepare for a large file transfer," and then boom.
Now I have to say, I have a marionette pick. Isn't that one of those big archives heavy, like to even push out?
Yes, they would be
they are
extremely
super
so.
fucking
And, unless it was on wheels, I don't think that it would actually be possible.
They're not easy to
I know the answer. Agent Coulson is actually Captain Marvel, and Melinda May is actually Ming-Na Wen, who has super strength, and that's why they can be just like.
Okay.
What?
I was gonna say is that yeah, if it happened to be on wheels, you can actually roll it to the window and just roll it as fast as you possibly can, and when it hits the window sill, it would crash out that way. But
Right.
other than that, I don't know how you would do it.
It's still it's hard to
they
pick it up.
had that Howling Commando technology, so they could have used something in that.
All right. First off, Andy, go ahead and check the chat. You owe me $20. So in any case, I just got Andy Ming Na Wen, her publicist. I also have the name of her manager, the name of her talent manager, which apparently is different, and her talent theatrical manager and her talent voice manager.
Please don't kill Andy.
Apparently,
Please don't
she
kill
has
Andy.
4 managers, a publicist, and a legal representation.
Please don't kill Andy. He can't handle too much excitement. Don't kill him, man.
So, in any case,
Fuck you, ABC.
yeah, so
knows you
they end up doing the whole zip line thing. They end up setting up a zip line, and basically they get out of there via zip line, which I thought was kind of cool. I don't know how believable it was that that was actually Greg Clark and Ming Na Wen.
I think
but still,
more likely Ming Na Wen than Clark Gregg. I think because, come on, she can do those stunts.
Yeah, it's possible, but it was kind of weird because one of them it looked like they were using a belt. The other one they looked like they were using a bike handle,
Or
like a yellow bike handle.
A little bit. Like, is that a
I thought it was a tie they were using.
I don't know. No, I think I don't know. Either way, but one of them looked obviously like it was supposed to be used for a zip line.
Right.
Which, of course, considering that it was an impromptu zip line, I don't know how that would be, but whatever. And they get the hell out of there. You have let's see, Fitz and Simmons hanging out outside the barber shop, or maybe there's something that happened between there. Let's see.
We had Garrett and Ward had a big talk. Like it was pretty much not trusting each other that much.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ward was actually having words with Garrett, saying, "What the fuck, you don't seem to care about whether I live or die." And Garrett's all like, "Oh, you would have never died. She's got a soft touch, just like you."
Right.
And then of course that comes back a little later, when Fitz and Simmons end up getting their ass caught, sneaking underneath the barbershop, of which they weren't supposed to be doing. Oh no! Wait, no, they were sneaking onto the plane. They were sneaking onto the plane, which they shouldn't have been doing.
No, they didn't sneak up. They actually got caught because it was like getting a lookout for the plane, so they got caught by Ward.
That's right. Yeah, Ward ended up going into the office in which they were peeking from.
Right. And
I've watched a lot of TV since I watched this episode yesterday.
Right,
So.
I don't blame you. And, oh, shit, what else happened?
Well, who's the new, more dedicated sorry, kidding.
Wow.
You have a life, I don't. So.
Oh wait, Raina, she was actually really cool too. She was actually being the one that's actually being more going inside the character itself, like Sky's DNA and everything else behind her, even her parents. It was like, oh really? It was like really, really cool.
I watched a really cool review before this episode, before we get in the recording, and they're speculating that it could be Super Skrulls.
Who is Super Skrulls?
Oh my god, you don't know who Super Skrull is?
Oh, no, I know what Super Skrulls are. I was wondering who the fuck he was referring to. I guess he was referring to...
No, it's just during that scene, during the whole thing where she was mentioning the monsters attacking that village in China, yeah, I didn't even think for a second that it was the Skrulls, because everything that involves what's going on with Sky and Coulson and how they brought them back was that freaking Kree.
Exactly.
So it led me to believe that the monsters that she was referring to were the Kree.
Maybe so. Like Marvel.
Or it could have been... Oh, God, I'm going into speculation territory, but you know what? No, I'm going to keep my mouth shut, and I'm going to bring this up during Wild Speculation.
Oh, Nova.
What? No. Moving on. Fing Fang Foom is... I don't really see how they could do that. Just...
He's a monster.
He is a monster.
He's a dragon.
He's involved in the Iron Man comics, but...
So
It's just I don't know how they would do it. Fin Fan Foom is huge. He's huge.
Okay, ladies, let's calm down. And yes, I realize I just call you ladies, but I'm the bigger bitch here, so let's calm down. Um,
True.
I like the origin that they told her, and like I said, Reina is that actress is just so good.
I know. Oh my
She
god.
is good. She is. But I'm just
She's
saying
Charles. She's amazing.
the monsters that she was talking about were the Kree. That just makes most sense to me.
And also, Garrett was right too. Behind her eyes, like something else. Like her eyes were so.
Well, she was brainwashed, don't you remember?
No, she was. She was actually willing to participate.
No. Because when Garrett, basically, when Coulson first found out who Garrett really was during that episode after Captain America first came out, he had mentioned that I think his exact words, the bitch in the
Crazy
flower,
bitch.
the bitch in the flower dress was pushed through that machine or something like that.
No,
So
might
that
have been. Now might have been brainwashed or something like that.
I
Yeah, but I
think
think
She
I
wasn't really
think
brainwashed.
I think Rena was brainwashed.
yeah, and I think
I
that's
don't think so. No.
really, something. But Matt, I see it's being unreasonable.
Oh, like he's the only one.
Right. He's used to my unreasonability. He's
You're not
not care.
referring to me, right?
Also, how can you brainwash someone with that machine? They didn't really brainwash Coulson. It's unlocked what's inside his mind. So they didn't really brainwash Jack. Correct. Because you need their willing participant. You can't be. They don't know what their full potential is.
No,
So
that's just it. Is I think that they totally and completely ended up brainwashing Coulson, but they brainwashed him with himself. Basically, I think that they kind of wiped part of his memory and then basically changed almost nothing except the whole Tahiti thing and replaced that. So they could have fucked with his memories and actually changed him as a person, but they decided not to.
right, because they
Yeah,
don't
Now,
want to destroy the secret.
whether they did that with anyone else is a different story. But with Coulson, I think they basically wiped it and then basically reapplied the exact same information with only the slight change of Tahiti.
Yeah, and his he replaced the memories where he was like having, what was it like a rub, like a, massage or something at a beach.
Right. He was like, oh, this feels nice. Oh my God, it's a man. Ah, it's prison. Oh God, it's Oz.
Oh my God, it's
No.
not Steve Rogers doing this to me. But anyway, no, but I want to comment on the Deathlock thing. Like, I think it's kind of awesome because when they announced that Mike was becoming Deathlock, I did a bunch of research. And I like the fact that they kept the concept up. There's been multiple Deathlocks,
Yep.
even though the first one we see is Mike Peterson on this show. The fact that it goes back in history, and also it connects to the counterpart of Garrett because he is a cyborg in the comic
Well,
books,
yes, he
and
is.
he has a connection to the program
He's
Deathlock.
the first Deathlock.
Not in the comics, but he has a connection to the program.
Yeah, but he was the first Deathlock they said in the show. So he was
Yeah.
which I got. Ooh man, I can't wait to watch speculation.
I was going to say I really like Deathlock. Metalopolis was a hell of a show.
It was. It was very awesome. Well, the first season, second season, third season after that was kind
The
of. It got too
Metalopolis?
serious. It got too serious.
Sorry, I was going off tangent. Yeah, there was a cartoon show called
Yeah, I know.
Metalopolis.
I think I
Right.
think that the director I talked to last year at Comic Con, I heard of John Schnapp.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I interviewed him last year at Comic Con about his upcoming documentary.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool dude.
Surprisingly too, because he makes some really brutal cartoons, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah. No, but
In
I like
any
the whole
case-
Deathlock thing. Yeah. So.
In any
Yep.
case, Fitz was basically begging Ward to be a good guy, and Ward
Because he
wasn't.
said no one's born evil.
And Simmons was starting to get pissed. Simmons is just like, he is not a good guy. Stop trying to make him a good guy. He's not a good guy.
Right.
Give it up.
Right. Like, dude, stop. You need to stop. You're being naive now.
Yeah. Stop being a dumbass.
But
Yes.
he's a kid. Baby.
Yeah, but come on now. It's like you take a DC shirt and go to a Marvel conference. Like Charles' shirt. Look at his shirt. It's DC. But you don't want to go to a Marvel conference. Like, take off that shirt, boy. And it'd be that whole situation like, Alright, it's DC. You know,
All right,
it's Marvel. You can say anything.
cut Isaiah out from the conversation because he wasn't actually making a point in having to do with the show. And he was about to go on a long rant.
But Matt, what did you think about Garrett being a Deathlock?
I thought it was actually pretty cool, and it explains why he is so embroiled, why he's basically how he has access to the technology that he does before Hydra took over. Like, because obviously he had access to that before the events of Captain America 2.
Yeah,
so, and that explains how he has access to that.
Yeah, because he had the partnership with Cyber Tech.
And yeah, exactly. And that's just it. Is he's an operations agent, so a field agent even. So he would not necessarily be able to make decisions when it comes to major technology like that. But he did, and I think that is because of his connections with Cybertech and with Hydra.
Right, and we actually learn more about Garrett's true motivation behind the whole Tahiti project and everything else. We know why. It was a trope too, but it was kind of interesting trope.
Garrett, what do you mean? Oh yeah, that's right. Because he wanted the super drug so he wouldn't die. Like
right,
he doesn't
which is
seem
so
to
like
care about these ideals that he's touting. He just wants to survive.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the
Like, really, dude?
serum wasn't doing it for him.
But he was using the Centipede program, so there's also that connection. So it's all connected. So makes sense.
And then we saw Quinn, who was very interesting in this one. Got some Easter eggs too.
What did he drop?
Really interesting details with the generals he was talking to with. Like, oh, shields destroyed, been compromised, how just walk in the street. You need new heroes. You need, wink, wink, Deathlocks. And we know the government so well that they're going to fuck up again. And they're going to make something else.
Oh, God, was that... Okay.
I'll explain later.
Listen to when he bitches about this in the West Speculation, people.
I didn't bitch. I said I'm so excited. I'm excited! Woo!
It's a bit far-fetched, but okay. Go on, Matt.
I was just going to say is that someone is guessing that it's possible that Sky's parents were actually Inhumans.
Ooh! Just like on Black Bolt. Oh, yeah.
I think it would be so cool, but the fact that Kevin Feige had to come on and say, no, we're not introducing them in the TV shows. That's the problem. But he could be lying. He's a producer, so.
Well, aren't the Inhumans planned for Phase 3?
No.
He said that they wanted, he wants to introduce them, but he's never said oh, this is for Phase 3, and also because it wouldn't line up for Avengers 3.
It's
honestly.
hard to do it too. It was like Jack Kirby's own comic too.
You should just do Inhuman as a TV show. I think.
You should, because it's an amazing universe.
Especially if Fox is gonna do an X-Men TV show at some point.
God.
Okay, calm down. If they do that, they will have.
They did this before. They literally did this before. It sucked.
Okay, never mind.
So, in any case, what I would like to know, and we're not going to know this answer for a little while, is whether or not when they created the character of Sky and they knew that she was the daughter of some supernatural something, whether or not they knew what they were going to introduce as her parents or not. If they had the whole thing planned out, or if they introduced that storyline and then decided like 6 months later, oh, you know what, we're going to make her this.
I think Joss Whedon has had a plan this in a long time, although I think the reason they haven't been able to say anything yet is because I just think they wanted to get through with Phase 2 as much as possible, so that so I think that this is something that I think Jeff Loeb and Kevin Feige has talked about together, from TV and movie and so on. So no, I think it was part of the original plan.
We'll possibly see a little later. Let me see. What else did we have? We don't have much left.
No,
we have. Let me see.
Oh yeah, they got trapped too. When Fitz and Simon, we went to this airlock, and it was begging.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They got pushed off the bus inside a cargo container.
Yeah.
That basically the deeper that cargo container goes into the water, the harder it is for them to open that door because, of course, the water pressure is going to keep that door closed.
What's
I
the
wanted
method
to
not
ask
like
this,
that?
Matt.
No.
I wanted to ask you this, Matt, because maybe you would know. That container couldn't be that useless from inside, right? There has to be something they can use it with, right?
I don't know.
know.
There's really no way to tell. The container did seem to be larger than the room they were in when they first trapped themselves in a room. It looked like the room was very, very small, but then the container seemed to be about the size, almost the length of a car.
Well, everything was covered in black, though. I mean, the background was very black. It was hard to see what was going on behind them. Like, yeah, so it was really hard to tell how big it was or how small.
And on that note, I gotta ask, when Ward jettisoned them out of the plane while they were in that container, do you, what do you know? What do you think's gonna happen to them?
They're not dead.
They're gonna be saved.
No, I don't think they're dead. I don't think they're dead. I don't think they're going to kill them off. They're going to try to find some way to rescue them. However, in what we know so far, I think how would Coulson and May know where they are?
They wouldn't. But the thing is
the tracker, GPS. Remember?
It's not just that. Even if they do know where they are, within that container, which I doubt has its own oxygen system, they would be running on limited air if they were in the water.
But that's a good thing. If the container is not waterproof, that is actually a good thing. The reason being is because I have seen this Mythbusters episode. They have done this on Mythbusters. That container, after it gets to a certain amount full of water, which of course they just swim to the top and they can breathe the air from there. Once it gets to a certain amount, the water pressure will be low enough that they can literally just open the door like it's normal. Once the water pressure is almost equal inside the box as it is outside the box, they'll be able to open that door just like normal. The problem is once they open the door, how deep are they, and whether or not they can make it all the way to the surface.
They can probably do that, but the thing is, like, how will they? They will be in the middle of nowhere. They're gonna have to,
That's another question. That's another thing that raises a question. It's like, how far off coast are they?
Well, we know that the finale is going to be taking place. It's going to be, it's going to pick up right where they left off. So,
to be honest, I don't think that we're going to find out their fate until the start of season 2.
I think this is a good place to start out wild speculation.
No.
I think they're going to be rescued by Prince Namor, bitch.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
What?
Prince Namor.
What? I'm going to start with a superhero. Who's got wild speculation?
I remember hearing. Wait. I'm still on Matt's speculation, but I remember them talking about possibly introducing Namor to the cinematic universe. I've heard that.
But I thought Universal owned those rights.
They do, but it's shared though. Universal is not really owned. It's not really dedicated to nobody. They're actually.
Well, I thought Namor, the rights to Namor went back to Marvel.
No, it's still with Universal, but they can share it. They can work together.
Okay.
I guess Namor would have the distribution rights for if that movie happened. But I guess Marvel could use it in their universe.
Yeah, they can.
Okay, I have several major speculations. First, going for Simmons. It would be hilarious and kind of sweet if they actually tricked Ward into doing that because they wanted to maybe that was their only way to get out of the plane, and maybe they know because they probably know how the bus works from the inside, so they could be like, oh, we can use this room. Yeah,
that would be kind of awesome.
Yeah, or my other fear was that maybe it's like Isaiah said, and he wanted to save them. He knew that okay, they just need to find out what it is and just use it as a little mini submarine or something.
It would be very similar to the story of Brer Rabbit. Oh, don't throw me into the briar patch. I can't stand it in the briar patch. That story? Anyone? No one's old enough. Never mind.
Yeah, I remember.
That was a story where they basically said, "Hey, don't throw me in this place that I really, really like because I really, really hate it, but secretly I really, really like it."
Can I please see the
like,
mic? Oh, can I start circulation now? Please, 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 please.
Go ahead, Isaiah. Go ahead.
Okay. We see Quinn talking. Hey, don't block me right now. It's some good shit right here. Anyways, so it was Quinn, right? He's talking to these military dudes, right? And they gave me some thoughts. Like, wait a minute, they're talking about the Death Flight program. What if the Death Flight program fails? And I told Andy this is like a stepping stone for Ultron, bitches. Oh, you got cyber tech going on here. It's like, we can actually.
Yeah, or Iron Man claims Ultron. There we go. Game over.
That's lame. Let's say the military because they had no protection. They got nothing. They got no shield. They got Hydra walking the streets. So they don't trust the Avengers. The government do not trust the Avengers. So they need something. They need some of the protection. I see it multiple times too in multiple conflicts. That they build something like a superhero that pretty much backfires. Remember, like Terminator. Have you not seen Terminator? Have you not seen RoboCop or The Matrix? Oh, it was right there, writings on the wall.
All right, Charles, or Andy, or anyone else, please interrupt. Please interrupt Isaiah now.
Sky's parents. They could be super scrolls because the thing is, should we look into the statement that Raina did about them being monsters literally? You know that they are actually literal monsters. Or do you think that they were?
Yeah.
I don't know. That is interesting. But I think if her parents were Super Skrulls, that would make her a Super Skrull, obviously.
Right.
And we would see some indication of shapeshifting, which we have not seen.
But, the Kree, the Earth, so the Kree can be monsters. So it's not really hard to say like the Kree's the monster because they can be. So can Atlanteans too. Atlanteans start taking over.
What if that Kree they found in episode 14 was her father?
Ooh.
That'd be a little creepy.
That would be very creepy. Like, yeah, my dad's blood.
Yeah, but that's why it wouldn't match. Maybe that's why she survived because, she's a baby of a Kree.
Oh, and we forgot Garrett. He has a Jesus juice too, which he talked about. Like, give me some of that Jesus juice.
And
that was fun. That was really funny.
And when he said, "I can feel the universe," like, how deep do you think that goes?
Very far, I think. It's like the cosmic cube. Like, I can see the universe. But
no. I think it was more like an acid trip. I can see the universe. I think it's a very temporary thing, and it's going to go away. And he just that's just how he feels. That he doesn't actually see the universe.
His whole body becomes more cyber tech because cyber starts to grow inside him because he starts super healing. What about the cyber tech he has in him? What happens? Like start mingling in him, changing his old body, start becoming more like a robot.
I don't know. Do we have any other wild speculation? Can we wrap things up? Stop smoking your last name.
Stop sniffing it.
And you were very close to the camera as well.
Yes, I am. I don't know.
Got anything?
Yes, I have wild speculation.
Oh, Charles, say off the cocaine. Cocaine's bad. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
No, I don't do cocaine. Let's see. My wild speculation. Well, actually, I have a couple of wild speculations.
Go for it.
My first wild speculation is in regards to Ward. During the beginning of the episode, where we start seeing what happened like 10, 15 years prior to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where we see Ward in the forest, and when Ward was ordered to kill the dog, and he couldn't do it. Now, earlier when it was revealed that Ward was Hydra earlier in the season, we started to suspect, is he brainwashed or anything like that? Now we've come to the conclusion that he is not brainwashed, but maybe he can be redeemed, such as he's only doing the stuff through Hydra because he owes Garrett a debt, and he's
he doesn't owe Garrett a debt. That's just it. Is Garrett basically he's already returned that in spades. Garrett got him out of jail,
right?
And that's great, and that's awesome. And you know what? And then immediately put him in seclusion where he didn't talk to anybody for 6 months.
Also, he said don't thank him because he didn't really do nothing for him. It was himself. It was his war himself.
Yes, but I still get the feeling that Ward still owes Garrett for everything that he's done.
No, he doesn't.
Otherwise, Ward probably would have ended up going all Sith on his ass and killing him a long time ago. You know, I mean, in the whole story of the Sith, is that if your master becomes weak, it is your responsibility as a Sith to kill him and to take his power, to take over.
Well,
and that kind of stuff.
That's not canon anymore. That's a different type of universe from the Star Wars.
Yes, I know, but there are somewhat similarities between Hydra and the Sith Empire.
Actually, there are quite a few as I think about it, because of the fact that Hydra, and we were talking about this last week, Hydra is very xenophobic, obviously, because they are Nazis. They prefer you if you happen to be white with blue eyes and blonde hair. But you don't have to be. It's just their preference. If you happen to be, I don't know, the color of triplet, most likely you'd have to be damn good at what you do to even be considered. Let's see.
That's the end of.
That's what the Empire was. The Empire was very human only.
Right.
They considered all other races inferior.
Right, and they had clones too.
Yeah,
Well,
but
they really
that concludes my Ward speculation.
Oh, no.
And what is your other speculation, sir?
My other speculation. Is in regards to what was going on with
that one person?
No, Sky's parents.
Oh, okay.
That
You
stuff.
actually
We were saying earlier that it might have been Fing Fang Foom. I can't see it, even though if it was him, I might be okay with that. I mean, I always found his character to be interesting. But I think that it's not the Skrulls. My speculation is that her parents might end up being Kree. Or Kree hybrids with something else.
Well, she has to be a hybrid now.
Well, no, I'm not saying that one of her parents was a Kree and one of her parents was a human or something like that. I think that both of her parents were hybrids, half Kree, half something else. So she would be like, what is it, 3/4 or something?
She would still be half. If they're both half, then
call it a mutt.
Okay, but I think that might be what it is, and I think that the monsters that were destroying it might have been a battle. It might have been a battle not between the humans and the quote unquote monsters. I think it might have been a battle between the Kree and something else because they went into China to look for something, and I think it might be something in I don't know, Valley of Spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or the Mandarin.
Wait.
Oh,
What
God.
does that
No, this Valley of Spirits is where that ship, that crashed alien ship that belonged to Fing Fang Foom was discovered. It was discovered by the Mandarin. It was where he found the 10 Rings of Power.
See,
and
Charles?
you didn't know who the fuck Wally West was. You know all that, and you didn't know who Wally West was.
Yeah, ain't that something?
Shame on you, sir. Shame on you.
Charles, here's a flashlight for you. He's black now, just so you know.
Who?
Wally West.
I don't care.
All right, so we're going to close up our hangout right now. Go ahead and check out
I have one last speculation.
Okay, go for it, Andy.
I think we're going to have a killer season finale next week, and I think Deanna's going to join us.
I know Deanna's going to join us because I made him promise. He's all like, "Oh, I'm going to miss this one, but I'll be in the next one." Bastard. But yeah, he'll be in the next one. All right. Well, go ahead and check us out, www.geekstheround.com. You can also check us out on the YouTube page, www.youtube.com/geekstheround. Go ahead and circle us, subscribe us, plus us, all those things that you do to make sure that you get all the content. Go ahead and watch our past episodes at youtube.com. And let me see. Go ahead, Isaiah. What do you want to pimp?
Oh,
All right.
I
So
want-
Isaiah's done. Charles, how about you? All right, Charles is done. How about you, Andy? All right. Thank you and good night.
Wow.